The Liggins Institute was set up as an experiment. It was an experiment to see if we could establish within the university organisations that were specifically focused on research to do big research in a small country.
When the Liggins started, it was a bit of an adventure because we of course had 3 or 4 groups that came in with different skills, and gradually over time its focus started to appear very clearly around the so-called programming phenomenon, how early life events lead on to disease risk later in life. Then the question was what to call it, and so it seemed to me obvious that we should approach Mont Liggins and see whether Mont would agree to his name being associated with the Institute.
I think he was both proud and humbled by the fact that we wanted to name an institute after him. In fact, he eventually reluctantly agreed to the use of his name, saying, well, only if you can't find somebody better.
Mont represented the kind of research that I felt that the Institute should have. Namely, it should have research which was high quality basic science, but had the capacity to be translated to make a difference. And so right from the early days, you saw the Institute get engaged in a number of outreach activities. In terms of things we've had to overcome, the issue is fundamentally one of the low funding base in New Zealand and how we keep the Institute growing. I think the real challenge is finding the money to bring the bright young people on and keep them sustained so they have a real momentum to their research. And that's always going to be a challenge in New Zealand.
What is exciting is that in the last 1 to 2 years, the Institute has continued to grow and develop. We moved location so that we're now part of the Faculty of Medical and Health Sciences campus. We have these brand new, wonderful, purpose-built, state-of-the-art research facilities, which greatly expands our capacity to deliver research beyond what we previously were able to do. What makes the Institute, I think, somewhat unique is that it has almost a single focus: a healthy start to life for life, early life events that lead to later adult disease.
The Liggins Institute is really asking perhaps the most important question you can ask in medicine. What makes us what we are? And what the Liggins Institute is doing is it's right at the cutting edge, asking really important questions about the earlier stages of development, which we now know are by far the most important elements. It is actually the core research that will determine how the next generation grows to be healthy and more resilient in both biological, intellectual and even social terms.
So we're in a really strong position looking forward and looking to continue to grow and to make a difference for the people of New Zealand to improve the health of our mothers, our children and ourselves.